Some PS2 games are remarkable in their own right, but it's undeniable that the battles are the most intense and fun, especially when they involve gigantic bosses. And in this video, we'll see 5 memorable bosses in different PlayStation 2 games, remembering that it's not from worst to best or vice versa, so let's go. First and foremost, there was no way we couldn't start with him, right? The Colossus of Rhodes in God of War 2 is one of the most sinister bosses in the history of video games, from his first appearance, which is right at the beginning of the game, to his taunts of Kratos before we actually face him. The battle against him is majestic. Even though God of War 1 already had epic battles, this one stands out even more for its magnitude and incredible mechanics, making Kratos surpass his limits of strength, technique, and strategy. So without a doubt, the Colossus of Rhodes is one of the best giant bosses. Secondly, a game that wasn't as popular but also marked me immensely, Spartan: Total Warrior. In it, we control an unknown Spartan who seeks to discover the truth behind his past, his origin, and his family. The battles are of enormous proportions, from vast Roman armies to powerful generals and mythological beings. And the first boss we face is a giant statue, Talos, an automaton from Greek mythology. It is a giant made of bronze, intended to protect the Minoan civilization of the island of Crete, according to the original story. But in the Spartan game, we need to stop him with 3 catapults before he reaches the central area where our Spartans are, which makes this battle even more epic and memorable. Next up is a game that's a bit more childish, but one that was part of the lives of many gamers, I believe. The giant Vilgax destroyer from Ben 10, Protector of Earth. And it's incredible how the game prepares you for battle, just like the Colossus in God of War 2, and we can't even say it was plagiarism, since both games were released in the same year. We see him in the distance, always observing us and circling the Grand Canyon scenery, showing his superiority over the smaller enemies, consequently already creating that anxiety in the player, knowing that they will face a colossal humanoid robot soon.
You can come out. I know you're here.
Ghost Rider, one of Marvel's most iconic characters, and particularly one of my favorites. In the game, we face various types of enemies, big and small, but none of them are gigantic except for the final boss, Blackheart, one of Johnny Blaze's main villains.
Shall we dance again, Ryder? This ends now.
Appearing in a colossal and destructive form, on par with urban buildings. And the coolest thing about this battle is that we literally fight him in an upper part of the city, giving that sinister overview to give us an idea of how high we are and how big Blackheart is in this form. And last but not least, we arrive at Crash Twinsanity. And the boss this time couldn't be anyone other than Mecha Bandicoot.
Mecha Bandicoot! Was I?
You are magnificent.
Of course I was, you fool.
He's not as big as the previous ones on the list, but he's very imposing when he appears before Crash, who until then had only faced light enemies much smaller than this robot. Besides the fact that the battle against him happens right after the brief confrontation with Neo Cortex. And a very cool detail is that after the battle, Crash and Cortex keep fighting all the time, rolling around the scenery, But if we go back through the hole we fell into, we can see the giant robot lying there on the ground, with his chainsaw still spinning and his system apparently functional, which in turn will be extremely useful at the end of the game, if you know what I mean. But that's it. These are, in my opinion, 5 very memorable giant bosses from the era of the much-missed PlayStation 2. Do you agree? Disagree? Let's discuss this in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and activate the notification bell to receive more videos like this. Who knows? Maybe I'll make a part 2.